Well, we an interconference affair line. Up for you to as the Brooklyn Nets come in for this one. Welcome to what should be a great Saturday night for the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. The Warriors with their last game here in Golden State before heading out on the road.
And keep in mind, just the two-game season series. This is their final game against this group, and they're looking to duplicate the outcome of that first contest where they played a terrific ball game.
Well, I think they have the mindset to get this sweep as long as they don't take this team lightly because they've already beaten them this season.
With Kent Bazemore, Brent, a lot of what he brings on the defensive end starts with his length, a very large, long arm span.
Yeah, not a picnic for any guard that's trying to navigate around the length of Kent Bazemore. He's always had an impressive steal and block total as the seasons have gone on, and the ball handler doesn't ever feel quite comfortable with Baze around.
And Brooklyn has possession. The Warriors making the shot. Back to Curry. To the paint. Oh!
And the floor vision from Curry right there, setting up his teammates, sharing the ball.
And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
Yeah, just not good court awareness there. You cannot afford to be careless. That just leads to bad turnovers.
Nets passing it around. And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That's his first foul. Full 24-second shot clock. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Curry with it. Now guarded by Ball. The three from Cephalosha.
And don't sleep on Simmons defensively. Very skilled there as well. He just knows where to be and how to guard whoever he's on.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Curry with the bounce pass. Releases from 15. The shot misses. And Golden State will go the other way with it. It's Porter outside. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Now their offense is rolling. A perfect start. 4 of 4 so far.
Outside Curry. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Curry's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And you have to have an appreciation for Ball's passing skills. I mean, he just sees the floor beautifully, easily working the ball over to open teammates.
Now here is Cephalosha. And here is Zeller. Back to Cephalosha. Shot clock at 5. Shot by Zeller, no good. Warriors leading by 6. And a wide open look for Porter. Pass the ball. Oh, the lob for Simmons. Left side Curry. And Harris wide open. He shoots. A three-pointer off the mark. He lobs it up. And he lays in the alley-oop. One of my favorite moves is the Euro step. I know it's one of yours as well. There are a lot of guys that can do it well.
Well, I got to see Manu Ginobili step around me for years in San Antonio. But I think James Harden is still the most devastating Euro step player we have in the game. There's something about the lefties, isn't there, Kevin? We have a hard time figuring
they
a
throw
lefty
you off.
out.
They throw you off automatically just by the left hand.
Right.
Then they add the little side step.
James Harden with the shiftiness and the way he moves the ball around and draws contact. I know there are a lot of people that get aggravated by that, but he's nearly impossible to stop, especially when he's got his passport with the Euro step.
He slithers. And here is Harris following Lonzo Ball's three. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Right side, Griffin. Pass to Simmons. And then jammed down as he goes right over Tyler Zeller.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
And already the lead is significant. Excellent play on both ends.
Now here's Curry. He's just been too hard to handle at the offensive end. His scoring average is just under 34 points a game. Cephalosha misses. Here's Porter. And the rejection by Collins to stop the run. And it's Stephen Curry with a three. Curry's got 6.
If you get Steph Curry in catch-and-shoot opportunities, you just have the feeling he's not going to miss.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Yeah, you can credit the play calling. Nothing really fancy, just imposing their will on the inside.
Now here's Curry. 6 points for him. Shoots over Ball. It's blocked.
Just terrific D by Bazemore, really clamping down on his man and giving no room to get that shot off.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
That's his first personal foul.
Nets trail by 14. To the middle. Here's Harris. Outside for Curry. Shoots over Ball. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And Tyler Zeller's going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul.
Now Burke lets it go from deep. Hits it from three-point range.
Just increasing their advantage. And right now, they're in a zone on both ends.
Love it.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors. Feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a very convincing performance here from the Warriors so far.
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
Love the pace they're playing with. Anytime you can get your offense going without the defense setting up, you've got a huge advantage.
And it's Zeller atop the key. Pass to Portis. Wiggins outside. Just 5 to shoot. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Felton can't get it to go. So Favors will bring it up for Golden State. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. The Warriors' Steve Kerr, the fastest coach in major American sports history to 250 wins. Brent, he gave all the credit to his players. But you talk about what makes him special.
Well, I think Steve just really timed it right in terms of when it was he was going to approach the next phase of his life, waiting for his children to be in a good place, waiting for him mentally to be in a spot where he was going to take over a talented team and put his imprint on it. His experience in Phoenix in the front office, teaching him about what it takes to move players around and make trades. Just a proper approach and the proper timing for Steve to take over a basketball club, and then to bring all of what he learned from Greg Popovich and Phil Jackson to the table, along with a lot of his own. And I think Steve thought long and hard and prepared himself on a lot of levels about what the job was going to be for him. We've seen that play out rather nicely in the last few years.
Here's Burke. 5 points in the game. Outside for Griffin. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Oh, Griffin in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And Blake Griffin, once again, an opportunity to show us his bounce. A dangerous player when he skies up for the alley-oop.
Felton with the ball. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And there's the foul against Golden State. The Nets shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And they've been mediocre all season long. Just about 72% from the line.
Here's Burke. Felton with some nice D.
Yeah, tonight his shot's been a bit off, but still, they lead the game.
And the rejection by Favors. Here's Burke. No good with the triple.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Crawford with the steal. A three ball. Burke can't get it to go.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
From deep. Good on the three-point shot. Burke's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And when the D is this non-existent, it's pretty easy for shooters. Fishing with dynamite.
Wiggins outside. Back to Felton. Just 5 to shoot. The tray. Favors with the rebound.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
Burke can't get it to go.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Pass to Plumlee. Felton feeling it out a bit. In the corner, it's Wiggins. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. The league no longer wants to reward offensive players who throw themselves into defenders. Have you seen a big change in how those players are being called?
I think the league's doing a better job of it, trying to examine when it is.
Seems that way, you're right.
Somebody gets up in the air and the offensive player leans in or kicks out and tries to draw some kind of contact. So it's been up to the referees. They've been diligent with it. I think they'll just get better with time.
Warriors leading by 23. Now here's Burke. He's got 8. From 13 feet, it goes down. Burke's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
Outside Curry. Shoots over Burke. And that one hits back iron.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
To the left wing. Leiden. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Back to Curry. Inside. Stolen. From past the arc. And the Warriors get it back. Pass to Burke. Rebounded by the Nets.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And he knocks down the jumper. Burke's got 12.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And the rejection by Favors. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. There's 10 seconds left in the first half of the game. And here is Burke. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Outside Curry. Shoots over Burke. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in. And so it's the Golden State Warriors rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up a quarter. The one goal they had coming into this game was to not let Curry beat them. And so far, their defense on Steph has been tremendous. We've got more in store for you right after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Well, there's a ton to talk about Lonzo Ball, but if you focus just on what he brings to an offense, there's a lot to like.
Yeah, I mean, he just sees so much on the floor. I mean, he sees all the cuts and angles, both offensively and defensively. And we know his shot will be a work in progress, but it shows some improvement and consistency the second half of last year. And for all the circus that can surround Ball off the court, you forget that he is already an elite playmaker in the NBA.
Well, for everything he's going to give you as a great scorer, Curry is still a point guard and has some serious skills in setting up his teammates.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, it's like 4 teenagers at home over the summer, just not enough activity. You've gotten your rest. It's time to man up.
Now Plumlee. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Wiggins. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Andrew Wiggins, the #1 overall pick back in 14. Great bloodlines, the son of pro athletes. The game just seems to come easy to him.
You know, Greg, the game comes so easy to Wiggins, but some say he needs to be more assertive, more aggressive. Do you see that?
I mean, high expectations for a player that was taken first overall. The length and athleticism should enable him to impact the game in so many ways, but, you know, his motor doesn't always rev high enough to take advantage.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Curry. He's got 8. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
I don't know if you push the panic button now, but that's the 4th personal. And he needs to stay aggressive out there. So going to be interesting to see how he plays moving forward.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job in challenging it.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Steph Curry, Brent, is there any doubt in your mind that he is the greatest shooter in NBA history?
I don't think there's any doubt, but I like the fact that Steph Curry doesn't want to be a one-trick pony, and he isn't. He's trying to be better at making plays. He's trying to be better at making good decisions. He's trying to be better as a defender. And so all of these things for Steph Curry, he's not satisfied with the things that he's done so far in his career, which have all been elite.
they've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter.
Steph getting a little bit nasty on the defensive end there, not letting his man get comfortable on that possession.
"17-foot shot on the way. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Man, sharp here to start the half. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Favors. Some nice passing by Golden State here. And nothing is falling for him right now. And a deep three from Curry. They get it back. Now, here is Reed. Collins up top. 5 on the clock. Tries again. And it's Curry laying it in. Curry's got 12.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks. The second chance effort. Hutchison's shot is off.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together. He seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
Burke can't get it to go. Nets trailed by 21.
Now, last season's championship round, the 4th straight time that the Warriors faced off with the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's the first time in North American sporting history that has ever happened in the major 4 sports. And once again, the Golden State Warriors brought the trophy back to the Bay Area.
Curry outside. Again, Curry missing.
That's just poor shooting right now from him, and I'm not sure why he's even attempting those kind of shots.
And that lob came from a mile away, and it was right on the money.
Talk about a long-distance connection. Pass to Reed. And the foul goes on Jordan Crawford. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Brent, next to the 1975 banner, the Warriors unfurling yet another championship banner. And when you look at the journey for this franchise, Brent, what comes to mind?
Well, I think about how many things for them just lined up perfectly, Kevin. The general manager being from the Bay Area, being in tune with what goes on in the city, and then the timing of the decision for Steve Kerr to be choosing between joining the New York Knicks and him choosing not the East Coast, but the West Coast to build this empire. It's been pretty remarkable ever since those decisions were made, what the Warriors have built around the NBA game with those two guys in place.
Warriors foul call.
The Nets shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
First personal foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
Willie Reed. At the line for 2.
And both free throws good for Reed.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Here's Burke. He's got 15. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Burke's got 17 now.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
And Curry, here we go. Collins wide open, he fires. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Here's Burke. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Curry looking it over. Pass to Cephalosha. And here's Collins. Now Reed. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Nets have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. That free throw, no good. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Timeout. And one thing they'll discuss are their defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
And a new group in for the Nets. So he comes up empty at the line. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, coming out of the timeout, let's see if they go for the outside shot or if they look to go inside, try to build some confidence by seeing that ball go in.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
Ball no good. To the paint. Here's Wiggins. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Wiggins has got 7 points here in this quarter. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been... And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Nets trail by 21. And stolen by Bazemore. Oh, here we go with Griffin. Nobody back there. That's tipped. On the wing, Wiggins. Ben Simmons with the rebound.
And forcing the miss there. He just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Down low. Pass to Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Assist from.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Well, Blake Griffin hitting this, it's going to reset your defensive strategy. You've got to rush out to him because he can be a bit streaky from out there, and it's working.
And stolen by Bazemore. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Quarters running. And Simmons slams it in.
And how about the connection Simmons has with his guys? Once the lob is on its way, you know he's going to finish in style.
Pass to Robertson. Portis with it. He's covered by Bazemore. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Just 5 to shoot. And another turnover here by Brooklyn.
Yeah, couldn't quite hang on to it. They're not in a position now where they can afford to be giving it away like that.
Timeout called the Nets. This is the second year with the sponsored patches on the jersey, advertising more or less. You've gotten used to seeing those things.
Yeah, I think it was no problem last year.
They're small, they're unintrusive,
some
right?
teams did some really cool creative things with the color schemes, and I don't think we've seen the last of that, Kevin.
We see it in European games on their jerseys.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to recognize the number with how many advertisements are on the jerseys. But
billboard.
Yeah, I don't think we're done with it yet.
Pass to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And the variety that Simmons offers is huge. It's pretty much pick your poison with him.
Felton with the ball. Harris outside. Collins with it. And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Outside, Felton. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And stolen by Simmons.
Well, a little head scratcher there, guys. There's no reason to force the ball inside like that. I understand the thought process, but the pass just has to be better.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
Yeah, they're just absolutely getting anything and everything that they want out there. They have not let up.
And when you watch Collins play, Greg, you just can't help but notice how athletic he is going to the rim.
Man, his hang time and ability to throw it down make him an ideal finisher inside. Very efficient because he's not only a strong finisher, but also enjoys attacking the rim. And does a great job, I think, of picking up misses, just being a pest for the defense.
Porter with the steal. 3-on-3. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. About a quarter of the players in the NBA were born outside the USA. Brent, could that percentage swell to half within a couple decades?
I don't think we're ever going to get that far with foreign-born players, but it's exciting to see all the representation around the league. We've certainly had some standouts, and I'm a little bit sad that this year might be the last year we see one of the most incredible players, if not the best European player the league's ever seen, in Dirk Nowitzki, probably retiring in Dallas after the year.
Pass to Zeller. Here's Collins. Out to Harris. Outside Curry. Clock at 4. Over ball. Outside for Curry. Now here is Harris. Back to Curry. That's tipped.
And Ball using those long arms to just swat away that shot. I love the hustle. Always nice to have a point guard who can block shots.
And so Curry will bring it up for Brooklyn. And that one's good. Wiggins. Wiggins has got 9 points here in the second half.
When a guy is capable of so many things like that on the offensive end, anytime you lose sight of him, he's got a huge advantage.
Oh, the lob for Simmons. The shot comes out. Collins in the post. Outside Curry. Back to Collins. Outside for Curry. Pass to Collins. A three-pointer. Wiggins. And the Nets another 3.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Ben Simmons.
Just a really solid effort on the offensive end. He was getting any shot that he wanted.
Out to Harris. To the inside. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. And so it's Golden State with it. .35 seconds left in the game. And Simmons slams it in.
and they've earned this one, showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd.
Yeah, tick-tock and not much time on the clock left. Double-digit lead and coming up roses.
And here's Collins. Back to Curry. Lays it up off the glass.
Awareness of what the defense is trying to do. Steph plays that one perfectly.
Now Ball. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.